Who is you, Sharon?
On August 20th, 2012, in the city that never sleeps, a miracle child was born by the hands of Daniel Katz, David Finkel, and John Hodges. That miracle child was named A24 after the Italian freeway Katz was traveling on when he came to the decision to found a new production company. The rest is history. As of the publication date of this article, A24 has produced films that have been nominated for 25 Academy Awards, including a Best Picture winner in 2016's Moonlight, directed by Barry Jenkins. But things did not start out this way.
Zing, rewind. What did you do?
She said she didn't want to be in the drawer with all the other girls.
Well, obviously, I totally agree with that.
The first film that A24 distributed was a comedy titled A Glimpse into the Mind of Charles Swan III. The film was not a hit among critics, with an extremely low 28% on Metacritic and a Rotten Tomatoes score of 16%. The film itself only had a limited release and only made a measly $210,565. This was not the kind of hit that A24 was looking for. That would come later. In fact, that hit would come in A24's first year of existence, and it carried the name Spring Breakers.
How are we gonna get enough money in time?
We're the only ones still here.
Spring break.
Tired of seeing the same thing.
Spring break. It's our chance to see something different.
Spring Breakers was a crime drama that released in 2012, starring the likes of James Franco, Selena Gomez, and Vanessa Hudgens. The film was a hit among critics and the film community as a whole, and for the first time put A24 on the map. A24 would only move up from there, moving to the highest rung on the film production company ladder, the Academy Awards, otherwise known as the Oscars. While the 2017 Oscars might be most well known for the Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway Best Picture mix-up, it is in the opinion of this writer that the actual winner of that award held much more significance than the simple mistake that came to define that year's Oscars. That year, the indie drama Moonlight took home Best Picture. Moonlight was by many means a tiny film which was produced by a likewise small production company named A24. But A24 has not only seen successes in the Academy Awards, but among critics and audiences alike since Spring Breakers hit the big screen. Year after year, A24 has produced stunningly original films that have garnered millions of dollars at the global box office. Some of their most recent titles include X, The Green Knight, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Men. These films together have earned A24 more than $100 million, and acclaim among the most of Hollywood's prestigious critics. There is no doubt that A24 has become a staple name in the film industry. But the A24 brand stands for more than box office and critical successes. It also stands for the creation of meaningful art.
Mrs. Wang. Mrs. Wang.
Mrs. Wang, are you with us?
Most, if not all, of major production companies today have driven themselves farther and farther away from making art and instead closer to making pure entertainment. And while entertainment is crucial to filmmaking, it is nowhere near as crucial as the art aspect of filmmaking. Film is an art form the same as poetry or songwriting, and that needs to be respected when films are created. This is something which A24 understands completely. A24 films are no doubt very entertaining, but they all also share a central part to a truly successful film, that being a clear-cut and important reason to be made. Whether it's an issue that needs awareness brought to it, or a story that needs to be told to millions, this so-called important reason needs to be present for a film to be successful on all fronts, and not just at the box office or on Rotten Tomatoes. This reason is present in everything A24 distributes, and is the main reason why these films and this company are so important. Another item that makes A24 stand out in the film industry today is their inclination towards smaller artists. The film industry as a whole, for the most part, runs on the basis of a need to know someone to get something. Connections are everything. Furthermore, these connections are a department where smaller artists and more independent artists tend to lack some bearing. Most do not know or have access to the big desks in Hollywood, and thus cannot secure the funding they need to create the art that they need to make. This is where A24 steps in. A24 tends to focus more on the passion and the spark behind a project, other than the names behind it. This creates an opportunity for smaller artists to reach the world with their films and tell stories that they were born to tell.
But to the one person you want to spend the rest of your life with. Oh my God.
This makes A24 extremely important, as they are doing what the rest of Hollywood should be, but is not doing. A24 is a stand-up and stand-out company that is currently setting the correct and proper example for the rest of Hollywood through their representation of smaller artists.
Yeah, and then I got the opportunity and I decided to do it.
I don't mind you going. I just wish you would have told me, that's all.
A24 was founded in 2012, and since then has distributed and produced 111 films to completion. These films span genres including classic kung fu, all the way to sincere coming-of-age stories. While these films may cover a variety of topics and messages, one thing they all share is a desire to change the world. A24 may be a small production company, but they have grand desires, which are reflected in the films they create. No film, even if it underperforms at the box office or with critics, is wasteful. Each has an important goal in mind, and most have a small group of relatively unknown artists behind it. A24 gives these artists the chance to spread their wings and tell their stories. As a result, A24's filmography has come to represent many different cultures and beliefs and have exposed the world to many different themes and messages, all of which are extremely important to our society and our world. A24 is about a proper balance between the environment and the art, and it's time that the film industry thanked them for that. Catch the new A24 film, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, starring Jenny Slate on June 24th, 2022.
It has special properties. What am I going through?